Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. Welcome to Marcus's TV vlog episode number 13 when it comes to football, featuring football. Well, American football, if you will. Folks, I'm not feeling good, but I am feeling good. It's like when you support two clubs with your heart, you cannot have your cake with the ice cream sometimes. Sometimes the frosting comes separately and you have to take it with a bittersweet. On one hand, in North London, I'm celebrating Arsenal's victory over Crystal Palace 1-0. Big up to Ebenezer. Oh yes, oh yes. But in Spain, I had to put my head down and tuck my tail between my legs and take my defeat. With great humiliation from those who support Real Madrid, even within my own family. Today's roasting days, and they have the upper hand. I'm not even upset because last year we had their numbers for two El Clásicos, well, four. One including winning the Copa del Rey. So am I upset? Yes. What I was upset by more in that game after, because I was watching the Arsenal game first at 10 a.m. and the second half, when the game began at 11:15, Arsenal was already in their 65th minute in the second half against Crystal Palace. Total domination by Arsenal. Again, great defensive job by the entire team. William Saliba took a knock, but Mosquera came and played well in his absence. Xiii came and had a good game. Well, he only had like 5 to 6 minutes. I want to give a big shout out to Victor Gyökeres. This guy's a complete striker. Only thing is, he could not find the back of the net, but I see why. Sometimes it's not about the goal scoring. Games like this last year would have been a lost game or a draw game for Arsenal, especially under the pressure knowing that Liverpool just lost, Aston Villa beat Manchester City, and Arsenal needed to create space between them and the competition. And they handled the pressure well. We deserved more goal. Bukayo Saka tried his best. Leo Trossard, that's who I want to give my big shout out to today. Thank you for being a cool-headed baller that you are as a striker and an inverter from the left side. Leo Trossard did a fantastic job. Him and Jokeres clicked. This is what happens when you have a mature players who can connect because they've been through the gutters. They understand what pressure is and they know how to handle it calmly. And so this is what had the Gunners edged Crystal Palace today. And Ebenezer Eze, sometimes that's the way life works. This is football for you, modern day football. Sometimes you have to stab your ex-friends, like Lord Littlefingers from Game of Thrones. You got to get to your objective. It is what it is. It's the nature of the game. We didn't make the rules, we just play in it. We participate in these games. But to get back to my El Clasico report, ladies and gentlemen, karma, they say revenge is a dish served cold. And Real Madrid served us a plate of revenge, coldly served. Jude Bellingham and Kylian Mbappe, who cannot stop scoring. This guy is annoying this year. But for the sake of football, it is what it is. They had the edge. They were complete defensively. Their midfield was solid. Shout out to Chumeni. Like I always tell people, I support Arsenal. I support Barcelona. I'm not a Madridista, but I did watch him a lot in 2002, 2020, 2022, and 23. Big up to them. Congratulations to Madrid. I'm not going to be sour about it. Last year, I did 4 El Clasicos on you. I beat you twice in the league's El Clasico. I beat you in the Copa España, and I won the Copa del Rey with Jude Koundé scoring the goals, the winning goal. So You cannot win them all. You just got to learn to be humble in defeat. And today I'm being humble in defeat because I got my ass kicked in. We walked at the Bernabeu with our tails tucked between our legs, like a dog who got kicked in the ass. And the referee did, I believe he gave Hansi Flick a red card and sent him out to the VIP box. I cannot tell a man how to control his emotion. That's between him and God Almighty. So all my coolecitos out there, all my coolers, it's okay. Now we're trailing Real Madrid by 5 points, if I'm not mistaken. Let's let this be a lesson to Juan Laporta and Deco and Bojan Kirčić, because I warned people that there would be heavy consequences to pay for letting go Inigo Martinez, who helped us win La Liga last year. When this young man went to Saudi Arabia, I saw a problem with the club. I said Kubasi, and then they give the number 5 to Kubasi to add insults to injury, because he is a 19-year-old young man. To put all this pressure on him and to pair him up with a guy who, well, Eric Garcia, I love my team. I have no criticism for Barcelona today. I'm just trying to point out why we lost. Jules Koundé used to be a center back at Sevilla. He play right back now. Well, this is going to be his position for the rest of his career in football, whether he's at Barcelona or elsewhere. But he signed a new contract with us until 2030, so I expect him to be with us. We need to buy a defender, a proper defender. Aoyo was on the bench. We started the game with Eric Garcia on the right flank and Kubasi on the left flank. We should have had Kubasi on the right. And if Inigo Martinez was here, we could have had him on the left-hand side playing defense, just like Gabriel Magalhaes at Arsenal. We don't have a defensive specialist, and we paid the price against Real Madrid. They were fast-paced. I watched Arda Güler run riots. On our center halves, and Kubasi was speechless. His youth kicked in today, because why? Real Madrid have finally adapted to our way of playing, and they're running muck. They were so comfortable they left Rodrigo on the bench against us. So this is what we're gonna have to work on in February or January when the transfer window is open. We will need to buy a center half who is a master at that craft of the dark side of the game, of how to be a center half. Not so, no disrespect to Eric Garcia. Eric Garcia will never be able to replace Inigo Martinez as a true center half. He's learning the trade. You can pull a move like this against a team like Las Palmas, Sevilla, Girona, Rayo Vallecano, even Villarreal. But when you play in the beast, El Diablo, Real Madrid, that's a whole different matter, because you are facing the elite of the elite, the creme de la creme. Well, it's okay. So it is what it is. As for the results, my big result, big up to Napoli for beating Internazionale 3-1. What a goal by Zango and Busa. What a goal by Scott McTominay. It's just that this El Clasico lost to me way off, so I could not celebrate the weekend completely. But congratulations, guys. It's okay. A big up to Bayern Munich. Big victory. Top of the league in Germany. So respect to you lads. But it was just one of those days where you just have to take it and not complain about it. May I just point out what went wrong, and until we buy a proper defender to pair up with Kubasi, somebody in the range of 24 to 27 years old. And I believe on vlog episode number 12 or 11, I mentioned Mark Guehi. That's my dream defender to play alongside him. Somebody in the mold of Samuel Umtimi, not too tall, not too short, not too pacey, but who can be very physical and very imposing on strikers to give him that psychological fear when they try to make them move in the final third. But Kubasi have a lot to learn in the trade, and today he showed his youth. That's all when it comes to episode. Because if you're looking at Arsenal, my other team in London, I can't believe I'm saying this. Arsenal have learned from their mistakes in the past. They are the most complete team in the English league, perhaps in Europe, but I will not be this cocky and go that far because that'd be too biased. When I look at Arsenal, regardless of who's in or who's out, they have a replacement on the bench who can keep that same level of intensity when they replace that player. For example, Saliba came off with a scratch, Mosquera came in, right? It was as if Saliba was not even missing in the game. Martin Odegaard is out. There is no problem. Ebenezer is a pickup. Martinelli is on the bench. Leo Trossard pick it up. On the left flank, Bukayo Saka was playing the game, but if he was out, there'd be somebody to fill in the blank. Every position, even in the goalkeeping position, if David Raya get hurt, Kepa can step in. We fucked up at Barcelona by selling Inigo Martinez without having a replacement in mind. For example, today we're playing up front with Ferran Torres in the absence of Bobby Lewandowski. When we took Ferran Torres off the game to Marcus Rashford was playing by himself literally today. His job was to pick up the ball, go on the left flank, cut on the inside, pass it to Ferran Torres. People are blaming Fermin Lopez for being selfish and taking too many shots. He had no choice. We had no striker. The same people who were praising him for scoring 4 goals in the Champions League the other day were the same one going like, oh, it's a stupido cabron. He did not do it. No. You have to accept the bitter part of the game. Barcelona made me so happy last year. I'm not even going to complain about this one. I'm just pointing out the negatives so we can fix it in the January window so that way we can move forward and repair the damages done. So it's 5 points. It's not going to affect us much. I don't expect Kylian Mbappe to score in every single game until May 2026. Inshallah, I expect them to cool off a little bit in the winter times. 2 things we have to work on: defender in January, and then allow ourselves to find a striker of our desire in the summer transfer window of 2026. I would like to have Julian Alvarez, but the price they're talking about, 115 million euros, you can miss me with that. I would like somebody in the mold of, if I could get my hands on Harry Kane to replace Robert Lewandowski. 32 years old Harry Kane at Barcelona, he could give me, 32, 33, 34, 35, 3 good seasons, shitting goals all over La Liga in Europe. I would take Harry Kane in a heartbeat. But again, we don't make the decision. That will be decided by Deco, Bojan Krkic, and of course Laporta. As for other results, well, let's jump into the NCAA. I was very happy with Alabama's performance against South Carolina Gamecocks this weekend. I expected to dominate them by 10 points, but I will take my victory. I believe it was 29. Let me look at this score. Where's my phone? Phone, come here. This thing is embarrassing me while I'm doing a vlog. Dang it, where's my phone? So there's so many compartments in this damn jacket. I can't find my phone. Where is my... Look here, for 1 second. I need to look at the score because I did not retain the whole thing in my head. 1 second, let me get up. Of course, you had to embarrass me while I'm doing the report. Okay, my phone slipped. Let me pull out the score from yesterday. and NCAA college football because I did put a few games out for you guys. I don't know if you guys did get my tips, but we had Missouri lost to Vanderbilt. 1 second. We had Missouri lost to Vanderbilt. Alabama beat South Carolina. Mhm. Texas beat Mississippi State. Michigan, shout out to the Michigan Wolverines. You did a fantastic job yesterday, Mr. Haynes. Your running back number 22 was solid yesterday. So big up to that guy. Tennessee Volunteers beat Kentucky, and then Oklahoma lost at home to Old Mississippi Rebels. Who are 7-1 now in the SEC. That is a big result. So, as for the NFL, we got some big games, but my Kansas City Chiefs get to play tomorrow. So, Pat Mahomes, you're gonna handle your business against the Commanders. I hope so. We can go 5-3 and move up in the AFC West division because the Chargers, who are 5-3, are currently the leader of the AFC West, and I would like to catch up to them because they beat the Vikings 37-10. As for any betting tips, I expect the Chiefs to win the game against the Washington Commanders. And then, of course, tonight at 8:20 Eastern Standard Time, we have the Green Bay Packers traveling to Pennsylvania to face the Steelers. 4-2, 4-2. But as for Green Bay, it's 4-1-1, which is equivalent to 2 because they had a draw in Dallas against the Cowboys. So it's gonna be interesting to see how the Chiefs handle the pressure tomorrow night against Mr. Daniels. Interesting stuff. So we are, but as for, oh, by the way, in boxing, for you guys who watched boxing last night, I was watching Joseph Parker versus this dude. And Joseph Parker got his ass handed to him. No, it was terrible. It was a 12 round of beatdown. My God, that Joseph Parker have to go back and in the lab to learn how to box again because what that dude did to him last night was an injustice. It was criminal. It was brutal. It was child abuse. The last time I've seen a beat down like this was when Rodney King got beat up. Sorry, Lord, for making a joke like this, but it sounds stupid. I ain't seen a beat down like this since Tom beat Jerry in that cartoon thing. Joseph Parker had no answer. The coach was like, "Stop the fight." The ref was like, "You know what? I think the ref had money on that boxing match because the amount of time Joseph Parker's trainers asked for the ref to stop by round 7. They were like, "No, he can't take no more punches." The ref was like, "I'm not gonna stop this fight. Keep it going." He finally stopped the fight at round 12. Congratulations to the op. As for the UFC, Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gagné from France. It was let's say it was no contest because somebody's ass got poked. I haven't seen the video yet. I'm going to see the video because I was watching the result, and then I'm gonna be able to give a better analysis on what happened through text or through a video. So that's it for vlog episode number 13. As I said before, for all the Barcelona fans, let's take this one on the chin. It is what it is. You can't win them all. Let's be adult about this and congratulate Real Madrid. I will not do it, but mentally, I have nothing to say. We lost and we lost. Thank you, Arsenal, for consoling me today. And I love you. That's it, and I'll see you guys next week. That's all for episode number 13, and that is a wrap. Nice drinking time. Toodaloo. Bye.